Hey guys, I'm Zama.
And I'm Lanzi, and welcome to
Because We Said So.
It's a big day.
A huge day, actually. For real.
I didn't know how to handle this moment.
Guys, wow. And did Chilo buy 100Ks of Pumakuni?
Yeah.
And you guys said, say absolutely less. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Boosties. Shout out to us because we ate that.
Guys, 100,000 subscribers.
We ate that.
We did it.
And Bantha, of course, you guys know a celebration does not go unpopped in this house.
We have to pop, Nana.
Because, Jay.
And at home, please have a little drinky.
Yes, actually pause the video right now. If you have a drink, please go and grab one. And please come and post with us because Sana, Indingat,
this is a huge milestone. So soon. Thanks, guys.
1, 2, 3. I told you guys, trust me.
This time.
I also feel like now my PR is bad because of that one time. And
like everyone in the studio is like. And was it your fault or was it the bottle?
It was the bottle. Why was I in it?
Justice for you.
So guys, obviously we have to have a champagne something because we are champagne girls.
Bubbly feeling.
We are bubbly girls to the core.
Bubbly girls sipping a bubbly.
Sipping bubbly, sunny bubbly, maybe in a bubbly. Anyways, Choms, cheers to us, Westies.
Yes.
Cheers to you guys. Love you guys loads. 100,000 more, 200,000, 300, 400. Citrus million. All right?
Cheers to me. Proud of us, proud of all the Boosties, part of the team.
It's part of the team.
Everybody.
Thanks, guys. Without you, it would be impossible.
We are nothing, son.
Nant.
Ooh.
Nant.
It's actually so cold.
It's so good. Anyways, guys, how are you feeling other than the fact that we are 100K Makaset this week?
Of course, I'm on top of the world. I'm having such a sensational week. I don't want to act up. I feel like I received a lot of good news this week. Mm-hmm. We had a little interview yesterday at KFM, which was so fun. So I feel like this week, we're on a high.
Yes, the vibes are over.
How are you feeling?
Me as well, Chomi. 100K, what a big milestone. What a confidence booster.
Yeah.
Like, Nje, I'm so happy. I'm satisfied. I'm so satisfied.
She's so huge for myself.
Literally, I can't believe it's Vele. Yimilo.
And
wow.
Of course, guys, naturally, we have to celebrate with our Boosties. We will be hosting a celebratory dinner at Celavi in Sandton. We're going to host 18 Boosties that we're going to cheers, have some cocktails, have some drinks all together. And to enter, you have to.
All you have to do to enter Bafazi is you need to go ahead and go onto our Instagram, search those reels, and let us know what your favorite Bris moment is from those reels and repost it onto your story. Just tag us because we said so. And of course, hashtag Bwis100K. That's going to be the only way that we're able to keep track of your guys' entry. So please make sure that you do that. Also, you guys, don't forget to subscribe. Obviously, you have to be subscribed to Because We Said So. You have to be following Because We Said So on social media as well. So that's all you have to do. Come through. I know you guys are going to flog us because it's happening in Joburg again. But unfortunately, we're in Joburg, guys. Like, it is kind of what it is. But again, give us some time. We will be everywhere all the time. Just let us cook. We're cooking.
We're cooking so that we can do it everywhere, worldwide.
Yes. We're so excited to see you guys. Don't forget to enter. Enter.
Let's get into pop culture rewind for the week. First and foremost, Durban July 2026. We had to get into this. It was on everybody's timelines and lips. Yeah. People were even tagging us and saying, you better talk about it. I was like, guys, we spoke about it last year. We're talking about it this year. Yeah. So the theme this year was country allure. So I want to do a brief description of what the theme actually said, which said, in a South African context, country extends far beyond farmland. It draws from the nation's diverse landscapes, from the hills of KwaZulu-Natal to the vast openness of the Karoo, while embracing cultural identity through traditional fabrics, beadwork, and heritage-inspired design. The allure lies in authenticity, where fashion becomes a celebration of local craftsmanship, storytelling, and a deep connection to the land. So now the discourse was, before we even get into the outfits, the discourse was based on the description and what we were seeing out there. There was a mismatch.
There was a disconnect.
But then people are also saying, based on the pictures they sent attached to it, there were cowboy hats and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think on their part, it was confusing.
Yeah, I think Hollywood Bets themselves was unclear on what they wanted, I think, which is fine, but like it needs to be acknowledged. I feel like all the onus being put on the designers and the people. I'm like, justice for them. And also for my biggest thing is that if this many people didn't hit the nail on the head that you were trying to push, how wrong are the people? Or is it the people who made the theme?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like
agree.
At some points, they also need to hop in and take some responsibility.
Yeah.
How can everyone be wrong?
The vast majority had basically the same theme, so I don't think they're wrong.
Yeah.
And outside of the fact that it was wrong, quote unquote, they ate that.
Yeah, they did. But also justice for everyone, because we did say that maybe South Africans don't need themes. And I've been saying this.
We had this conversation.
I've been saying that maybe we need to go down on the themes. You know what I'm saying? So that people can be who they are for their pride.
I think so too. I think maybe one Durban July, just say free to be you. And show up as you are. And let's see what it do. I think putting people under these themes, exactly. And I hope that year is the year I did.
No, same.
So that I'm
it needs to be then.
Whoa. So yicky.
I probably would have worn the cowboy hat this year, is my point.
I would have definitely
worn the cowboy. That's why I was like, not too much on them, because I wasn't wearing that cowboy hat. I was cowhide.
I was going to be in my cowboy Carter era. For sure. What were your fave looks, girl?
Okay, my fave looks, Spogulke N. Love.
That was beautiful. She ate that.
She was so scrumptious. Loved her outfit. I also really loved Kefi Mabote. Oh my goodness. Like she ate so bad. When I saw the first look, I said, wow. Then I saw the second look, I said, damn. And that second look really moved me because the haircuts, the feathers, she really styled that from head to toe. And even actually the Gert Johan one, the fact that she was wearing the all whites and the cowboy bobs, she even did the white brows. That is a look. Okay, like I love to see a look from head to toe. I always say this, so she ate that down.
She definitely reminded us why she's one of the fashion girls. The fashion it girls.
Lastly, I'll only do three because there was a lot of looks I actually really loved.
I also have my own as well.
Yeah, the last one, Naliani. She's an influencer.
She's also on my list.
She ate so freaking bad. She was wearing a brown outfit. It was very structured, kind of tooly, lacy, beautiful. She wore a nice little cup. Guys, she looked sensational. And even her photo shoot, I was like, no.
Yes, on a video, she ate that.
She looked amazing.
She was also on my list. My other favorite, Tando Tabete. It was simple, but I loved it. And it actually, a lot of people loved it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm not casting her because I'm obsessed with her.
No,
but I loved her look. We did give his Pogotle. Tebi, my girl, Tebi. Tebsin. She is one person who got the theme nail right on the head. Yeah. She mixed the two things very well.
Yeah.
She ate that. Shout out to me. I also really liked Mukeling's look. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh. Banele, you ate that.
You looked sensational. That look.
Yeah. But Banele just eats as a person. Like every single time he steps out, I'm like, wow, you really ate that.
Even like in his vlogs, if he wears shorts on the top, I'm like, wow.
Wow, you hot and stuff.
You hot as hell. So that, and I liked Anele Zondo's one.
Yes, I loved Anele's as well. Very nice.
The craftsmanship of that dress. Beautiful. Sensational.
The thoughts. I was actually looking at a clip that they had of her explaining the kind of idea behind the dress, and she had said that it was an AI picture, and then her designer actually brought it to life, and I was like, wow, she ate that.
Ate that down.
She ate that beautiful. Bad.
Those are my faves. I loved it so loads. Next year, same time, same place. Next year.
But I will say a lot of people ate.
Yeah, well, like this year I was impressed more than the previous
depressed. I hear you.
More than depressed.
Impressed more than depressed.
You guys really ate that. Shout out. And you know what? Maybe we're getting there.
Yeah, I think we are. And I feel like some people just, sometimes the outfits don't look to the occasion. Like I'm not sure that you're going to Durban July like everyone else. And I think that's the biggest problem. I don't necessarily think a lot of the misses were the outfits themselves, but some of them looked misplaced to where the people were going. I look kind of confused.
I agree.
Where are we off to in this outfit?
Were you on your way somewhere else and you stopped here?
Yes. But some people were saying that because this year they had also the concert element, because remember they also had Bryson Tiller, Sway Lee, and who was the other person that I'm forgetting?
Masego, yes.
So since they had that, some people were just at the festival
for the concert.
Yeah, because they had to be there to go to the concert. So I was also like, I get that as well.
Justice.
Like justice for them, yeah.
We'll see. Same time, same place next year. Maybe so I can assess Sansaba though. Getting into some TV. The new season 3 of Married at First Sight South Africa is back.
They are back and we're back to review it again.
Oh, you guys know we have to review it. Last year, it actually even the year before, but we didn't have a podcast then.
Yeah.
But we loved the show. So when it came back, I said to Zama, we're so back and we have to review it. So obviously it's only been one episode, so we don't have much to say. But based on the first weddings, it was Lesiba and Matsiriso. That's the light-skinned guy and the girl with the contacts.
Okay.
First thoughts, I don't trust him. And maybe that's just me being generic, that he's a party guy, whatever. But there's just something that I'm just like,
I feel like they need to stop putting party guys on that show. It's enough.
Agree.
Like justice for the other people.
I just don't. I'm ashamed. Like,
Me either. I feel like justice for Matsidiso. I'm not even joking.
Like, I'm worried about
why are you
her.
giving me a party guy to be my husband? Like, why?
Why? And he's even saying, like, still now, I still want to go out. It's just toned down.
Yeah, I don't like it. And just the comments he was making, he needs another light skin so that my kid can have light skin privilege. All those things. I was like, you know what? You are a party guy and a club guy. Like, this is the way that you would think. So I'm not shocked. But like, Matsiriso, I'm wishing you the best.
About it. Also, he's very hungry.
He is hungry.
He was making so many sexual comments. I said, oh, this one I can really see is going to irritate me. And
I think, again, I still have a bone to pick with you guys. Because, again, even when they were rationalizing the pairings of the first two couples, I was like, no, I'm not hearing you.
I don't see how this means you need to put them together.
I don't get you.
Even when the show started, I was like, us having the very same ngongoshe.
Like, what?
I need fresh ideas because actually, I don't fuck with this.
Like, I couldn't believe it. When they were explaining why Lesiba and Matsiriso need to be together, I was like, Matsiriso unengane. Like, yes, you see how Lesiba didn't even mention the fact that he has kids.
It's like he threw it in there.
And I don't think it was him who said he had kids. It was his friend who was like, oh, Matsiriso has kids. Oh, Lesiba also has kids. I said he has kids.
He does. And then also, even when she asked and he said his one kid was not 1 or 2. And she was like, interesting. I'm like,
because you just had that kid 2 years ago.
You know what?
Who's talking about, like, guys, Matsiriso, guys, I'm and I'm wishing her the best.
Maybe the ngongoshes are working with what they have. Maybe not enough people are applying. I don't know.
But also, why would you apply for that? Like, if you were, like, I don't know, like the type of guy, would you apply to be on Married at First Sight?
I don't think so. And we've seen that time and time again.
Yeah.
No, the kind of guy you would look at as a husband wouldn't go to that show.
And that's why every single time the ladies go on there and they're like, they want a tall, dark and handsome, who's this and the third. I'm thinking, okay, well, then why are you on the show?
No. This happens every season. You think you're going to be on
this show?
What
are you on right now?
Out there. You just have to be patient. And now you got a light-skinned king who loves the fact that he's light-skinned.
And also, like, sure, it's giving that guy from the last season, what's his name? That guy, Chobi.
What about him?
The light-skinnedness and him loving he's moving like a light-skinned nigga. What was that guy's name? Dobego or something with an A. Yeah, Ntabiso, Dobego, whatever his name was. But that guy, that's what he's giving me right now. And I feel like they're going to overlap.
Same.
But the only thing is, the other guy was like a church guy and this time, third. Yeah. Whereas this one, he's not about that life, Jana. He's outside.
He even smokes happily. I don't like this.
Overly outside.
So Matsiriso, like all the praise queen. Can't wait to see that unfold. The next couple, Nompumelelo and Khulani. Nompumelelo is so cutesy.
She is.
She's so cute. She's very young.
Yes.
I was like, you're 24.
Is she the one who's 24? Okay.
24. Oh, but at the same time, cool. Like, do your thing. I'm worried about the fact that you're young, though.
Yeah.
But cool. The guy, I feel like him being so churchy and stuff is great, but then it doesn't match because he can't wait to get to the bedroom. He can't wait. I don't know. Like, I was getting a
wishy-washy
vibe about him. But he seems very sweet.
He does.
He seems like his intentions are right.
Yeah.
My only fear with him as well is I feel like he's a bit rigid. He gives me a little bit of that vibe. But that's just first impressions.
Yes.
We'll see. But I think they're cute.
Yeah, I think they are cute for now. He even bought her a little gift on their wedding day.
Perfume.
I was like, you know what? That's a cute little gesture.
I love kids.
They both love kids. I feel like it is well matched, but I also think as a 24-year-old, have you given yourself a chance outside yet?
That's what I'm saying.
Have you given yourself a chance in the real world? Because I think let yourself cook until at least 29. Then you can consider going on Married at First Sight.
I need to try something else.
Why are you on Married at First Sight? It's at a young and tender age. Go on the apps, 24. Go on do other stuff. Because I just think it's the same as when people go on Love is Blind. I'm just like, why are you on Love is Blind and you're 24?
23.
Like, is everyone fine?
Let's give ourselves a chance.
Yeah.
And then if you don't find anyone, you can go. But I wish them the best. Their match is cute and there's some hope there, I think.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this season. Next, We're tired of talking about it, guys. We're going to do a quick midnight snack.
Like such a quick one.
Love Island USA.
Because Nje.
It's almost over though.
I've had enough. Like watching it, I'm really doing journalism right now.
No.
Like boots are on the ground.
Journalism. I feel like I don't even have lots to say. Other than the fact that top of mind, I can't stand Zach, guys. I really don't like him. And I can't wait till Kada's season 4, who he is. He's just...
But also now the ick in Kada is coming out, unfortunately, because even now the comments she's starting to make and it should have been Casey, it should have been... Why would... I'm just like, Kada, baby, jealousy, or not even jealousy, but this bad energy that you're coming with doesn't look good on you. And I feel like you see how this man now is turning you into a monster.
Yes.
He's turning you into a monster.
She was my client.
Genuinely.
She's not my clients anymore. After that,
I just feel like the comments she's making, again, when the girls are trying to tell her that, listen, you are in a situation, but that's fine, because at the end of the day, being exclusive in here versus being boyfriend and girlfriend, you can make that jump. Like, there's no need to be exclusive, because obviously there's no one else in here. So then what are you? But also in the same breath, really and truly, I also wouldn't want to be someone's girlfriend in that villa, because really and truly, you don't know that person on the outside world. So I also wouldn't want it for myself. But I hear what the girls are saying to say that it's either we're in a relationship or we single. Or we're just seeing each other. Because at the end of the day, again, like, you're not going to date anyone else in here. So what's the point of being exclusive?
And 1000%.
What does exclusive mean in this context?
And also,
nothing.
Like, when we go on the outside, these niggas are going to have so much access and fame or whatever. I can't trust that you're just going to be for me. I don't know. Also,
maybe I just, besides the access and stuff, maybe I just don't like the person that you are in your real life.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, I love to get to know you on the outside.
We're in a bubble right now. What if I just don't like you in a real life setting? We young digga. There's things that you do that annoy me.
And now
I have to be your girlfriend. Like, boring. Let's move on to Melanie and Sincere, because why on earth do you think that they would get picked to the hideaway?
Why is that happening?
What happened to Trinity? What happened to Bryce? What happened to TT? What happened to
I would
Casey?
take TT and Casey.
What happened to Anaya and Carl? What happened to them? Did they die?
Did you not take anyone else?
That's what my point is, that how did they let that happen? But again, I feel like people have been saying that they feel like the core 4 have had their little scheme to get to the end. So they don't care what narrative they have to try and force feed us to get them to the end. As in Melanie and Naya. Because really and truly, them being, everyone being Team Sincere all of a sudden, does that make sense?
You had so much smoke for Casey. Why don't you have smoke for Sincere?
That's my point. Like, everyone forgave him after 2 business seconds. Mind you, arguably what Sincere did was the most diabolical in the show.
It's
like,
the
he's
worst.
The most diabolical person on the show. And Zach is right after. But my point is, he's the most diabolical person on the show. So the fact that everyone forgave him so quickly, I have to believe that it's either you hate Melanie or you guys have a scheme to all want to get to that core 4, top 4. And for me, both ways, I'm tired of seeing this shit.
Same.
Like,
I'm so
tired.
over it. And like, it's unfortunate that we're just seeing them being hypocrites of like, we stand for the girls, but you clearly don't.
You guys
Sincere's not getting any smoke at all. You guys are just business as usual. You guys love each other. Let's embrace their love. They're so cute. You need to be out of here.
But I always say, I'm a Doda Nelak, guys. Like, I'm a Doda Nelak, because the way they forgave him, honestly, I don't even understand it. Like, is it just you guys just like niggas? I don't get it.
Because I was even like, I can't say Sincere has a way with words, because
he does
half the time he's talking shit. Half the time he's saying words wrong. Like, so he can't be that. I don't know how he cooks them.
Pretty privileged, son.
Yeah, pretty privileged.
He has it. Because what else can we say?
Yeah, all the best though.
All the best.
On the outside to Melanie, because I'm telling you, that shit. How do you feel about Casey and TT's proposal?
I'm happy for them, but again, they cannot trick me into being in love with them. I still feel like TT is a hating ass woman. I feel like she's such a hater, and I'm not gonna get over the comments she made and the weird snarky stuff, because just last week, were you not being snarky towards Trinity and Bryce getting together? But then a couple days later, and I think they've only probably known each other for maybe 10 days. Now you are a girlfriend to KC. Why do the rules change when it's you?
When it comes to you, wishy-washy.
Why does that happen?
I don't care for her. I don't want to lie to you.
She's not nice.
I don't care for her. She doesn't give me positive vibes. She's not like a nice girl.
She's not. And KC, I will say, I appreciate the fact that he made that apology. I do feel like he came from a sincere place. So I can say, you know what, period, King. Like, we can move on
like
from
I'm not beefing with you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm never going to love a couple that they're in because TT's in it.
I could even say, like, I wish TT could find someone else in the outside.
You want us to go home, essentially, is what she's saying. But fair, I just feel like They probably.
Like, I don't think
actually,
they
do they
suit
need
each
to
other
go
for
home
long term.
But I'm saying, I think they do suit each other for long term. Actually, if we're being honest,
think so?
yeah, I think they are compatible.
I don't know.
I do. Out of everyone, they're probably the most compatible in there.
Yeah, in there right now,
They
yes.
probably
but
are.
in life, I feel like Casey could be with someone else.
Shami, uyamthanda. That's
I knew you, but I'm saying outside, I'd love for him to be with someone else.
And I think the thing with Casey is that, again, like I said, he likes the thing of being pursued. He likes the feeling of feeling
Being
that TT likes him. And TT is able to give that to him, to be like, I'm going to choose you and I'm going to stand up for you. So that's why I feel like they're compatible, because she does all that stuff. And Casey but he wants to be the woman in the relationship. So fair. Do you get what I'm saying?
Fair. Still want him to be.
And she doesn't mind chasing, son.
True, because she wants that man down. And you know, fair, do your thing. Pamira and Coben are gone. Don't care for Pamira. The only thing I'll give her 10s on, which you spoke about, is her calling out Melanie.
Yeah.
Coben, I actually loved you loads. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, he was a good
He was a
character.
good vibe in there. He was a good person to have in the house. So, bye-bye.
But bye, King. It's ending anyway. So,
Yeah.
Makanji.
Kenzie and Dylan. Ugh.
Dylan, I've had enough, hey, personally.
Dylan, oh my gosh, I love Julos, but now I'm annoyed. I'm just like, either you forgiving her or you're not. Either you believing what she's saying or you're not. I don't know what else she needs to do at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly.
And even when she says, like, there's nothing more I can do, there is nothing more she can do. So I would just stop fast Kenzie and be like, you just balls in your court. Do you want to do this or do you want to go home? And I think he doesn't want to go home. Because this skip cell thing that he's doing every single episode, I'm tired of
This
it now.
crying thing.
Like, we
I'm
get
kinda
it,
bored.
you upset, but like enough crying over the same situation.
Yeah.
Like, we've heard.
I'm kind of like, justice for Kenzie now.
Yeah,
You're making me sad
dude.
with Kenzie.
Yeah, no, justice for Kenzie though.
Yeah.
Like,
Who else is there to comment?
Colin and Aya, I love them so much, and I feel like
Same. They
they
make
also
so
are
much
very
sense.
compatible, and I feel like they
Yes.
would genuinely work on the outside.
I completely agree. I love them loads. Like, Anaya's in her element.
Yeah.
Same way how people are saying, see how she wasn't kissing Casey and stuff going to bed. Now she's kissing Carl. You really just need a nigga that you like.
Yeah, and who's a safe space for you? 'Cause I think
Yeah.
maybe she was just subconsciously
She was on
uncomfortable
edge.
with Casey, and I think Carl has really gotten her to step out of her shell, to be more
Mm-hmm.
confident, more like, you can just see the way that they interact. She's so like more like sexually up and stuff. I'm like,
Open.
period, queen.
I love that.
Because
I
you're
love
with the
that
right
for her.
guy.
Yeah,
I love that for them. And then Brittany and I'm saying Brittany and Bryce. Brittany, which is Bryce.
Yeah, their
and
couple
Trinity,
name.
their couple name. I still feel like it's a
don't
scam,
think-
guys. I'm
yeah,
so
they
sorry.
don't have chemistry.
Every time they have a conversation, I'm like, "Ni thetha ngantoni?"
They
Like,
talk
what
about
is the
nothing.
premise of this conversation?
The conversation even feels false. I'm like, oh, I hate that. They don't have chemistry.
But also, I get it because Trinity is a child and Bryce is 30. So at the same time, I'm like,
What are
of
they
course
supposed
you
to talk
don't.
about?
There's not much you have to talk about because you are in completely different stages of your life. So again, that's why I've been saying from the beginning, like, what is it that's holding you guys together? I think it also might just be the fact that there's no one else in there for them.
Yeah.
Their types just
I
didn't come
agree.
in, so they're settling for each other.
I'm not convinced. I'm even like, how are people watching this and believing this? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's false. And also, let's not forget, they're not each other's type.
Yeah.
Originally. So I'm already thinking they're working with what they have and
Yeah.
they're like learning to like each other, but it's still not cooking for me. And I like wish them the best. I don't want them to win, but like, who will?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if not them,
If not them,
who should win?
I just need
But
to
none
make
of
peace
them
with the
need
fact
to win.
that they will win and like, cool.
But maybe even guys, yeah, but also who else could possibly win? Colin and Naya.
Colin and Naya,
Let
yes.
them win.
You know what?
That's actual love.
If I could
on
vote,
the island.
I'd vote for Colin and Naya. You're right.
Same. I feel like they're the ones who are giving me the most Love Island winner vibes right now, and they're just so sweet. Like
they're cute and wholesome.
Yes.
And on the outside, they're gonna make so much sense. to me.
Literally,
Like, yeah,
I love it for them.
If I could vote, I'm imaginary voting for them.
Same.
I would love
They're
them to
getting
be
my vote. But
together.
yeah, we shall see how it unfolds.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week will be the last week we speak about this. Like, that is my prayer.
I'm begging.
We shall see.
We gotta keep it pushing. But keep commenting down below because I like that we all have different takes. 'Cause the beauty of reality TV is that we're not all gonna see things the same. So please comment your thoughts down below. I've been reading the previous ones and love it so low.
Yes, guys, do let us know. But we're going to get straight into the topic for this week. This is actually a topic we spoke about at GRYND. If you guys were there, you guys are going to be joining in on the extended conversation. But if you weren't there, you guys are going to get to hear it fresh and direct because we were speaking about the reality of working with friends. It was such a nice conversation, but we really felt like there was so much more for us to say in the conversation. So like, let's bring it to the bwssties on the platform.
Yes.
So, first question is, what's the biggest misconception people have about working with friends?
That you shouldn't mix friendship and business with pleasure.
Business
I
and
think that's the biggest
pleasure.
misconception.
Yeah.
And also the fact that friends can't separate the two or can't compartmentalize. I think we put too much pressure on the friendship having to be the perfect part of it, and that it can't filter into the business side of things. So I feel like that's a big misconception, whereas it's something that you can easily communicate. It's something where you also need to figure out if you're soulmates as friends and understand. Like, I'm not going to start a business with every friend that I have, because I know with Tebi, maybe it wouldn't work out. With Vanessa, maybe it wouldn't. But you know, with Zama, I've noticed this thing, so it will work out with her. There's also that you have to have that discernment to know it will work out with Zama. I don't think it should be this whole scary thing or, oh my God, what if the friendship ends? No one is thinking about that.
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception is that it doesn't work, or it's hard, or like it's impossible to do, because I think that is the narrative that people most go with in like the public domain, is that, yeah, it's not a possible thing to do. It's like, don't share an apartment with your friend. Don't work with your friend. Don't mix business and pleasure. You get those narratives a lot, and I feel like it's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all for all friendships, because I think people do leave out the nuance in those situations, to the point of like, if you guys are not compatible in a working sense or in a friendship sense, then of course it's not going to work. But it's like, not every single friend, like you were saying, is someone you start a business with, but there are friends who you can start businesses with in the same breath. So would you generally recommend working with a friend? And do you think it just depends on the type of friendship that you have with the person?
Yeah, definitely depends. I'd highly recommend dependence on the friendship. If you feel like you guys communicate really well, you want the same things, you trust each other with decision making, all of those things, then I do highly recommend. I think it can be very beneficial. I think it's very great to grow with someone, especially if, let's say at a later stage, you do want to start your own business. At least you get the experience first with your friend. So I would recommend it, but I won't recommend it if those other things don't make sense.
Yeah, 100%. Because I think people sometimes overlook those things, not knowing that that will be the basis of how your business and the trajectory of your friendship will also go. Because I think people like to also underestimate the amount of the friendship that is in the relationship as well. And it's like, the friendship's still in it just because we're doing business. So if those things don't align, then definitely you're not going to make it in friendship nor in business. And again, you don't want the business to be the reason you're no longer friends. Rather, don't do the business in the first place,
and just
so you can avoid it. Because genuinely, you're going to lose both in the end. So rather prioritize the friendship, so you don't have to worry yourself about bigger things. What made you think I was the person that you could work with, or I was a person you could work with, and and I'll do the same for you?
I think when we first started being friends and we were having conversations about being in this industry, we were saying a lot of the same thing. That too, when we'd catch up about work, like, what did you do this? You'd always like tell it to me the way I would like for it to happen. Does it make sense? So someone would be like, oh, these are my shoot days, and I'm very strict about those days. And if we want to have an after work drink, we can only do it once these things are done. And I'm like, she prioritizes the same as me. She thinks the same as me. So I liked that. And then also, I realized that you're very good at separating the two. Like, you're very good at that. You weren't mixing the two. Whereas I feel like I would mix sometimes, and someone would be like, we're working. You're right, we are working. So those are like the
So for me, I would think, again, the same thing. I feel like very much aligned in the goals that we have for ourselves. And it was a thing where no one was prompting the other person to say something. We're both genuinely speaking to say, these are the things that I want. This is my plan for the next couple of years, or this is what I see in the future. And I feel like we're aligned on a lot of those goals, which was great. The other thing is, again, I think the way we communicated in our friendship was healthy in the first place. And again, we'd been through hard things together.
So we said, let's apply it immediately.
You know what I mean? Like, we were going through hard things very early in our friendship, which made me also see how we kind of deal with stuff. So I also think that was a good indicator to me to be like, okay, I can actually work with this person. We have similar ideas when it comes to things that we have morally in line, things that we have value aligned. Again, you're someone that I can trust. So I think trust goes a very long way. And people sometimes underestimate. You have to trust that person, because there's a certain level of transparency that you need in the friendship, because also outside of our business, like we go through our own personal things, and you also have to be open to say, listen, this is what I'm going through. So if I'm off this day, this is the reason why. Or in a way that you maybe don't have to with all your friends on a regular basis, because like we're not seeing all our friends every single day of our lives. We're not speaking to our friends every day of our lives. So definitely like the trust factor for me was a huge one. We're also working with money. You don't want to be with someone who you're like, I need to triple check the accounts because one day it was on your scam.
Yes.
Like there was none of that. There was genuinely like everyone was coming from a clear conscience, clear place, and I was like, okay, I feel comfortable to do this because I genuinely just trust you.
Yes, and I will say, I think because we did come from traumatic experiences. Very traumatic. I think because we both had this eagerness to try a new friendship and like get it right, like with intention from the beginning. I think that's why it worked. We weren't like figuring it out. It was kind of like, now I know what I like, now I know what I don't like. Now I know the kind of friendship you want from me, what you'd expect from me communication-wise, what you'd expect from me like with fun, whatever it may be. I think because we had all of that, we placed it with each other, and then it kind of just works. Yeah, and also seeing someone go through a hard thing friendship-wise, it's also gets to a point where it's like, I see what kind of friend you need me to be in your life right now because of the trauma you've just gone through. So I also want to be that for you, and that's where you learn things like, okay, I can trust this person because again, they've seen me go through things. They were there for me. They know what type of situation I don't want because they saw me have that pain and I hated it. So you know firsthand, this is so I put a stop to it.
Do you know what I mean? You don't have to put a stop to it with the new friend because they know. They've seen. This is what I'm going to tolerate. This is what I'm going to. I feel like that was, in as much as it sucked to come from that space in a friendship, it was good in the sense that there was a lot of BS that was out of the way quickly.
It was a great start for us.
Yes, it was. It was a better start, I would say, than most friendships that I've had because the BS was so out of the way.
Yeah, and I didn't have to communicate it. It kind of just was like, it's not going to happen.
Yes. What type of friendships do you think are friendships that should never enter into business together? Because I want us to define those for the public. So if you're considering it, you
can quickly say no.
Put a full stop to that idea. So I can start. Friendships, I feel like that are not deep friendships that are very surface level and you don't know the person fully. Because you know, sometimes you have those friends where it's just like, we're just group friends or party friends. We go out and have a drink together. Those are the type of friendships that I would say don't do it. Because again, I feel like you won't have that foundation of, you can't fully trust someone that you don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you need to know that person wholly. It needs to be someone that you can trust. It needs to be someone that you can openly communicate with. And I feel like those types of friendships, they don't require that of you. So will you be able to bring it to a business?
I agree. I echo all of that. And also, I think you need to study your friends' strengths and weaknesses. Not study per se, but you probably get to know it. But you need to know them. So you need to think, if I wanted to start a business, what are the strengths and weaknesses I'd be looking for? And then think, does my friend carry those things?
That's true.
So if I, for example, want a friend who's very disciplined, who I know, if something goes wrong, I know someone's going to handle it. But then I have a friend who's maybe a little bit more timid. Then I know I wouldn't start a business with you because I need someone who's going to lead in that role. So I think it's very important to know your friend's strengths and weaknesses, which I feel like we learn in life experiences as well. Like whatever we go through as friends, when we chat about it in like our group, you see how differently we'd handle it. So that's how you'll know what your friend is good at, what she's not good at. So you need to apply that in the business sense as well. Yeah,
that's true. And I think maybe sometimes the disconnect is that people are not analyzing their friendships. Like they're not actually looking at what is it that my friend is good at and what is it that is her weakness. Because there's nothing wrong with having a weakness. We all have them. But like you need to actually be like, what is her weakness? And is that going to hinder us in our working relationship? And also, I feel like friends are not compatible because I think there's certain things where you guys need to make sense together. Like the person can make sense, but do they make sense with you? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you guys make sense as a duo? Are you guys like compatible in the sense that where you fall short, is it a strength of hers? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are also not thinking that because if we have the same strengths and same weaknesses, who is going to pick up the other stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like, who's actually going to be picking up the other stuff? So I think people also need to hone in on, okay, where can we help each other and where can we assist each other in our business relationship?
And someone who, you know, when it's time to have those difficult conversations and the compromise conversations, she's going to be very receptive.
True.
Because at the same time, we could have the same strength with a certain thing. It could be our weakness together. But we need to have the conversation to say, who's the one who we're willing to put into that situation for her to learn it. Because if you're not willing to have that conversation, this weakness is going to make us weaker.
Yes.
No one's addressing it because we're both like, I don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. One person has to be the one who's willing to say, you know what, Chami, I know we're both not as great with this, but I'll handle it. I'll do the research. I'll ask the questions. You need to have a friend who's open to that, because some people are very sensitive. Some people take it as me saying, you're weak, you don't know how to do this. Or now I'm being bossy maybe and I'm forcing you to do this thing after you've said you don't want to do it. You need to avoid that by having a friend who's very receptive to compromise, criticism, and an open conversation.
Yeah, I just wonder how do people who are sensitive operate in a business setting? Because
I would love to know too.
I would really love to know, because
I would never make it.
Like, I'm just trying to think, how does anyone make it? Because I think starting something on your own, any type of business, not just a podcast, like any business requires a cutthroatness and requires like a thick skin, because you probably are going to fail a couple of times before you get things right, and people are going to have to call you out at some stage to say, babe, you kind of sucked at this, or maybe there's a better way you can do. And if you're a person who's sensitive, I don't think there's something wrong with being sensitive, but I think if it gets to the point where you can't receive criticisms and stuff, I think just as a person, it's a flaw, because then how will you get better as a person?
Exactly, because you need to apply that criticism.
Yeah.
If you're focusing too much on how it's making you feel, or like you think the person is looking down on you, all that time you're wasting, you could be applying it into building
and doing better and improving. And so I always wonder, how do they work in a business setting in general?
Let us know if you know, because I genuinely think I don't know how I would manage it.
Yeah, maybe it's a difference between sensitive and overly sensitive. I don't know,
or maybe it depends on the business. I don't know actually.
Which business, Sana? Because all
businesses are cutthroats. I'm learning that the hard way.
Yeah.
Cutthroats.
What qualities do you think make a good friend, but won't necessarily make a good business partner? I'll say someone who is very emotional. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with being emotional in a friendship. I don't mind an emotional friend. Yeah. But in business, I don't like too many emotions. I really don't. I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes you need to put emotions aside and work on facts and work on what makes sense so that we can move the business and us forward as a people. Because I think, being emotional as a person, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think everything gets to a point. And I also think for myself, I'm not a person who's overly emotional for most situations. So I think it would throw me off.
Same.
Yeah.
And like, I would start to feel like, am I now working, or am I now constantly coddling your feelings? Yes. Yeah, that's a really, really good one. Yeah. I'd say another one would be, what's good in friendship? Good time. And I love that in friendship. Let's take the shots. Let's go to the third location. Yes. But when it's work time, it's not going to work, because let's say now we're having a meeting at a restaurant. You ordering a mega
bombs and stuff.
Not now. Like, maybe once we wrap the meeting up, cool. But even still, like, there still needs to be that
time and a place.
Yes, time and a place. And there needs to be the respect of the fact that we are at a meeting at the end of the day. We're not at lunch with friends. Do you know what I mean? So I think if you're a good time friend and you like to have a good time and enjoy, I love that. But in a work sense, it is going to throw me off, and it's going to make me feel like we're not prioritizing, or we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And now you are going to be like, no, friend, let's just, and I'm going to be like, cool. Okay. If you, who works with me, feel like we can't do it, then we can't do it. Meanwhile, we probably can't.
We can't. I'm telling you now, we can't.
We can't. We got shit to do.
Yeah. Whatever it is, we can't. We need to work. Whatever it is, but I hear
let's rather plan a lunch on our own to do that.
Yes, 100%. And I think as well, I have been also in my Lula era before. I won't even hold you. Like, I've been there. But again, I feel like when I've seen what it's done to me as a person, what it does to like how you see yourself in a work sense, it makes you feel untidy. It makes you feel very laissez-faire and unserious. That's how you start to feel about yourself. So that's when I decided that no, like when it's time to work, it's time to work. Yes. When it's time to, and there's always time for everything in life. In Demnandi.
Exactly.
There's time for everything in life. So 100%, I think I agree with that one. Friends who like a good time are fun when it's time for a good time. But let's focus on that. Yep. Getting into a working relationship, how did we kind of assign different roles, or do you feel like they just happened intentionally?
I feel like they just happened. I can't even remember as if it was like a million years ago, but I feel like it just happened, but also based on each other's strengths and weaknesses, like I said. So in the beginning, as we're discussing things, I can see it's okay. When it comes to this particular thing, Zama seems like she's the one who is really good at it naturally. Her hands are on it, and I'm like, okay, I'll just let her have that one. Then with other things, naturally, I have more of a passion for it, so I naturally took that task. So I think we naturally just saw how it is, and then we just ran with it.
Yeah,
if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it was a thing of these are the tasks that need to happen. The person will nominate themselves to do something.
Yeah.
And I think those things would automatically be in line with something that you view to be your strength. Like, I'm not going to volunteer to do something that I'm not that good at.
No, I can't do. And also sometimes we'd be in a situation where maybe Zama starts something and she'll say, actually, can I hand this one over to you? Because I feel like you can handle this piece.
Yes.
That also happens. I could do something and I'm like, Zama, you take over here. Because being Zama something
and
so Zama
this time. What is one thing that I do that makes a working relationship easier for you?
Oh,
and what's one thing I'll do the same?
I'd say you're very hands-on and you communicate very well and on time. 99.9% of the time. If someone's not answering on time, she's probably doing her hair or something. Or she's probably driving.
Not my hair.
Or she's doing her nails. But if it's not that, Zama will respond. She will, like, and you're very clear, which is what I like. Like, you're not going to guess or like, maybe she means this. Like, your communication is very clear. It's on time. You make sure the ball is rolling all the time. So that makes it very easy, especially in a situation where, let's say I'm away and I have to come back and I'm like, what's happening? Zama will make it very clear. Or if it's something where she's more knowledgeable about it, she will like break it down where I completely understand it and that makes it more of a flow. So that's a big one. I was
literally laughing yesterday because my sister was like, you're such like a direct person. Like, I wish I could have this skill, because she was like,
it's such a great skill to have.
Because random side story. Remember that time after GRYND when I sent you that picture of that guy parking in my parking spot?
Yes.
So he did that again. Mind you guys, he parks in the middle of his two parking bays, so no one parks in the other one. Trying to be strict and my parking bay. But now he's doing it to my parking and his parking because he obviously can't see, maybe.
I'm so lost.
So he did that again, and in my head I was like, I'm not doing this with you again. So I go, try to knock on his door. He's not answering the door. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to write him a letter. I write a letter. So I'm like, Pila, what should I say? My sister was like, maybe just be like, hey, I hope you're good. Like, so I just noticed that you parked in my parking bay. I was thinking, I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying, hello, as you can see, you're on my parking bay. Once again, move that car. And I would not like this to happen again, because it's not even nighttime. Like, why is this happening? I say that to say, I don't like to mince my words when it comes to things. Like, I like to be very much, listen.
So your message
this is what
doesn't
it is.
get lost.
Your message. Emotion, because you're a cool guy and stuff. We still friends though. But move your car.
Move your car. And I think you do that because you hate when a message gets lost in all the other things. Like, oh, because you're so nice. Maybe it's not that serious, so I can park again next week.
No.
That's why Zama's very like, I'm making it clear so that you know exactly how I feel.
Exactly.
And I love that.
That's what it is.
Doing business with someone like that's sensational.
Yes, my thing about you is that you are a person who really takes initiative. Like, you, when you see a task needs to be done, you're not waiting for someone to be like, oh, who's going to do this? You like, let me do it. Let me handle it. Where's this? I can source this. Where's this? I can go there. You're very much a person who's hands-on and you take initiative, which is amazing to work with because I hate doing stuff. So when you offer to do it, I'm like, period. But even besides that, like, you go beyond just saying, I'll just do something. I'll go there. I'll check how much this costs. I'll go on the website. You're very much like hands-on. You'll go the extra mile to get the information. Because also sometimes a thing about me is like, for example, I'll use the example of the neon sign. Yeah. So the neon sign, we got one quote and I was like, Lanzi, this is the quote. Mind you, the quote was very expensive. And I was like, Lanzi, this is the quote. Like, we're going to have to buy it. And she was like, I'm pretty sure we can find other quotes. Like, let's search around. And so she actually took the initiative to go, email, get the quotes, find a cheaper option, and it came out beautifully.
It was beautiful for like half the price.
Literally. So my point is, like, having someone who's actually willing to go the extra mile to say, listen, let's not just settle on the first thing or the first offer. Let's actually shop around. Let's see. Let's actually do the work and we'll get the best out of the situation. Let's not just take the first thing that comes to us.
Love that.
Let's actually do the thing.
Her weakness, my strength. My weakness, her strength.
Yes, 100%. So money came into the conversation with us pretty early into our working relationship. We were making money quite soon, and shout out to God for that one. That. He ate that. But even with it, we still kind of, because we weren't really paying ourselves and really money wasn't coming out of the business, how do you feel like the conversations around money went with us while we were building the business?
I think
like, was it ever awkward or anything like that?
No, I was going to say because we are friends who are both in the freelancer space. I remember even when we first started becoming friends, we'd have those conversations about finances when we were going out every day of our lives.
Every day of our lives,
So you forced to have the conversations to say, Chobi, I'm actually so broke right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting lab. Or, Chobi, please help me out with this certain thing because this.
Yeah, I was going to say, we weren't even saying I'm not going there. We're like, show me, help me out because I am going there.
I'm going there.
Period.
Please, can you pay for it? I got you.
You
have to have those open financial conversations to say, I'm not doing great right now. Please, can you help me out? Da, 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 da. And in that, we're also giving each other advice. I would say, Chomi, maybe try this out and it'll work out this way. Or I would say, Chomi, da, 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 whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I think in that era, we were very open about it in just a friendship sense. So when it came to the business side, I think that's also why we trusted each other with it, is because we already trusted each other when we weren't sharing the money.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so when we got to business, it was kind of just like, okay, time for the financial conversation. What are our expectations? And I love that we both, again, have the same financial goals because we're both like, for now, all the money we're making is
back into the
business because we are building here.
Yes.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So we had that conversation. And then because the common goal is the business, the money stays in the business, it becomes so much easier to plan everything else.
Yeah,
so.
100%. I think also, yes, like specifically in that first year, we had so many things we needed to do. So we had to have the money conversation early. And like we said, also because we're making money quite early. And I feel like the great part is that, like you're saying, we were on the same page about a lot of things. And there was already that transparency. And I think having that transparency before you even start a business with your friend is really important.
Very important.
Money not being a taboo topic in your friendship
so
is really important.
I actually want to emphasize it so much.
Yeah, it is.
So important. You can't start the conversation when you start
the business because you don't know what your friend's relationship with money is. Is she a person who is frugal, doesn't like to spend money? Is she someone who's very, open with money, likes to spend money very frivolously? You need to know those things because those things will play into the business and will affect the business in some way because people's relationship with money is very emotional sometimes a lot of the time. So you need to understand what is someone's view with money before you even get into a business relationship with them because now you're looking into the business and the money's been blown. Or they keep trying to justify things that don't make sense when it comes to the business. Like, do we need to spend the money on this?
And you don't want that to even be a problem in your business. It's almost like when people say when you get married, you need to have the conversation about finances before getting married. Because now if you're married and we don't share the same sentiments, please.
How's it going to work?
Same way with business.
Yes, and I think people sometimes downplay how important of a relationship the business is. You should look at it like a marriage in a sense because it's a contract that you're signing with this other person to say, we are collaborating in this way, we're making money together, we're going to grow together. It's a long-term thing. It might even outlast marriages and stuff. So you need to be very intentional about those things and about those conversations because they're going to affect you, whether you have the conversation or not.
Or not, it's going to affect you.
It is.
So rather have it.
How did we feel about talking about money in our business versus our friendship? Do you feel like there was any difference? I feel like it was kind of the same. The only really difference is that now we both working for the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're both working for that one paycheck.
Fair. I don't think it was different at all. I think, like I said, because of that initial conversation about it, it kind of filtered into the business conversation about it. The little only difference is that now it's the same money parts. So the only, I'd say the difference umbrella we had to add to it was, okay, now when it's time to split C's, how is it going to look like? How are we talking? What is it going to look like?
Exactly.
And do you want to earn a lot at first and still keep a lot in the business? Or do you want it to be, we pay each other just enough, but there's still a lot in the business? I think that's the only difference to see, how much is someone trying to get? That was the only thing. But otherwise...
But again, it goes back to communication because that also wasn't an awkward conversation. This is the next...
And also, for example, Zama came from an advice point to say, maybe let's start with this amount and then we will... That's also okay because maybe I'm thinking, let's start at the top. And then the next person's like, no, you mustn't look at it as, English. No, as long as you can qualify for why you're saying it, cool. But if you just want it for the vibes,
no, forget about it.
Nip it in the vibes.
Do you know what I mean?
So, but I think also, again, why it was easy is because that conversation is not uncomfortable for us. At all.
Yes, at all, literally. And I think, as a person, you just need to be a person who is able to communicate. Also, like we're saying, be able to qualify things, be able to have those conversations, but also remember that you must have reasons why.
Yes.
Don't just come and say, I want this, that, and the third. What for?
Yes, and also, ungasabi at the same time, like,
Yes.
don't agree with something for the sake of it when you don't understand why it's happening. Because some people do things for peace sake, and this is outside of compromise. I'm saying maybe you suggest, let's pay each other 5K a week. And I'm like, I wanted to pay each other 100K a month. But I'll just agree with Zama because, you know what, 5K is less, so it's more palatable. But you haven't asked why. You don't know why Zama saying 5K. You need to ask the questions so that Toluguti, maybe the 100K a month does make more sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people do agree for the sake of agreeing, but I think you need to hear the reasons why.
Yeah, and also have financial professionals helping you in that conversation because, again, they will also help you qualify the things that you are trying to come up with yourself. Yeah, and then I also think it makes the conversation better so that people don't feel like they thumb-sucking numbers, so that to just say, let's have the conversation with people who know what they're talking about so that even if I come with a bizarre number, they say we can afford it. So
you can't fight me now. The professional said this is what we're getting.
Do you know what I mean? What is the reason you feel like finance conversations end up ruining friendships sometimes?
Because money is a very
finance and friendships and business relationships, actually.
I think because it's a very sensitive topic, because at the end of the day, we all, for the most part, doing it for the money. So we place a lot of the value and the reason with the money. So I think if it's mismanaged or anything goes wrong, people don't take it very well for the most part because I'm doing it for this very thing.
Yeah.
So if this very thing is now getting affected, you're upsetting me, you're annoying me, and that's why it ends up coming between two people. But also, people don't talk about it at the same time. Communication is a very important thing. I think people are again, like we said, because it's a taboo conversation, people are too scared to have an open conversation about it. So you'd rather keep it inside and watch it all be legal, and then you're just blaming it on the fact that they mishandled money or they didn't say this about the money. Whereas the money is not really the issue, it's the communication about the money.
Yeah, I was even going to say that I think the problem is making money a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like money, if you're in a friendship or more so in a business, shouldn't be a sensitive topic.
Yes.
So making tiptoeing around the conversations around money or not having open conversations about money, I think is where the problem comes in. Because you are putting it to a pedestal to the point where you guys can't express your feelings and your emotions and why do you feel this way about money? Why do you feel this way? And like we're saying, having that open communication, you can't even get to that point because you've already conditioned yourself to say, money is a sensitive conversation. We shouldn't even go there. We'll just kind of see how things go. Like, no, I think people should be more open about money and money should become less of a sensitive topic. So that also some of the boundaries around money can be taken down and we can also assist each other financially. We can help each other get assistance financially. All those things can't happen if money is still a sensitive topic.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. I'd like to think, especially on a financial front. We all want financial freedom. We want to be comfortable. So I don't think it should be that uncomfortable and insane to openly speak about it. Yeah. Because we all want the same thing.
Yeah. So also, just to wrap up this money section, what do you feel like are boundaries you've put in place in our lives to protect the friendship and the business? For example, like we're saying, having transparencies around money. Like, we're not going to have that boundary about money, so we're going to speak about it so that everyone is on the same page. What do you feel like what other boundaries do you feel like we have put in place to make sure that both the business and the friendship thrive?
I think, one, we compartmentalize. That's a very big important one. We make time for our friendship on its own, and we also make enough time for the business as well. And I think constantly staying updated with each other to check in to see where's your head at. Are we still on the same page? Is it something you want to do differently? Like, I think all of that helps so that no one feels blindsided ever or like lost towards, I thought we were doing this and now all of a sudden someone wants to do this. We're very open and stay on track when it comes to that. But with the constant meetings, love them, hate them, but we need them. So I feel like it keeps us on the same page. So that makes it easier to maintain. And then also, by the time I get to the friendship part, I know Ngirides because I last spoke to her a day ago about business. So I don't have to have the business dinner, the friendship dinner, still thinking, oh, what's going to happen? Or does she still want to do this? I think we just balance that really well.
I also think another thing is not letting things linger. Like, if there's something that needs to be spoken about, it needs to be spoken about, because I feel like in friendship and in business, resentment builds by not speaking about things. So letting things linger is where the danger arises. So I think that is also another big one. But I want us to play a little game. Okay, before we wrap this up,
Love it.
these are hot takes about friendship and business.
Okay.
So we're going to say whether we agree or disagree with them,
Okay.
right? I think I have about 7, but we'll see how many we get through. Okay. The first one says, friends don't always make the best business partners.
I agree.
I agree.
Sorry.
Agree. Some friends just truly don't. And if you listen to this episode and you're wanting to get into business with your friend and you realize that they're not the one, listen to your gut feeling or you're going to cry.
And it's okay. You still love him.
Yes. And that's the thing is there's no love lost. We love our other friends so much.
I'm
but they're in a
the business with you.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. If you can't have uncomfortable conversations about money, you shouldn't work together. Yes.
That's
I think
a big one.
we covered that one. Sometimes protecting the friendship means no longer working together, like ending the business relationship.
Yes.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what's more important to you.
That's
For
true.
us, the friendship is probably
It's
what would be more important.
Yes.
So, Wiz would have to die. Sorry.
Yeah, Maife.
Wiz has to go.
Literally.
But maybe other people are like, you know what, I need to push this business, show me. Because some people do end the friendship and keep the business going. So
It wouldn't work for us though because our business is based off of
dependent
our
on the
friendship.
friendship.
So what are we doing in the business? You
But
know what I mean?
feel like in generally, it depends on what's more important to you. But for us, the business has to die.
Yes. The next one says your business partner doesn't necessarily have to be your best friend.
I agree.
I agree with that as well.
It doesn't have to be your best friend.
And I think maybe sometimes in those situations they also do work because you guys don't have the added deep friendship layer. Maybe that works as well. To say we can just have the business stuff and like see each other when you go to girls' night in like 5 years.
Yeah,
time.
but it's
Do you know
not
what
like
I mean?
the deep thing.
But I also think if you are friends in general, the business will probably make you best friends because
you
will be
speaking
together.
a lot, you're getting to know each other a lot. And also when personal life things happen that could affect the business, you have to tell your friend.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the next one says you don't have to agree on everything to build something successful together.
I agree.
I agree as well.
You don't have to agree on everything.
As people do, will you ever agree on everything?
In life, we can never, it's just about the communication, how you say it. And as long as we can compromise and reach the same goal.
That's true. 100%. The next one says it's impossible to keep business and friendship completely separate. I agree with this one.
You can't.
You actually cannot.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Because it's like if, for example, what we were saying, you can't end the friendship and continue the business.
100%.
Then I don't think it would work.
And also, like we're saying, like if you're friends, the friendship is always going to trickle into the business operations. Like
always.
It just is.
Yeah.
It just is. And I think negating that is just being
delulu.
Yeah. Honestly, it
You're
is
just being delusional.
The last one says, working with your friend will either strengthen your friendship or expose the cracks that were already there. I agree with that one. I agree. Because if there are cracks, they will show. They will. 100%. Because again, like you are in a more closer proximity to that person by virtue of the fact that you work together. So if there are cracks, this will see them. Yes.
And sometimes you have to acknowledge those cracks for even the business things to work.
Yes, 100%. They actually have to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
Because how do we move on?
Yeah.
How do we move on? So that was it. Gave me a pelile. But in closing, I wanted to ask you, what's one lesson you've learned about friendship through working together?
Oh, first of all, that it can actually grow from being in business together because I feel like I'm learning so much more about Zama. She's teaching me so much more. We were already close, but now we're even closer. And I feel like that part has been really refreshing and really fun. And also, I feel like I've matured a lot as well because we are kind of teaching each other what it's like to be adults and to grow, but apply that both in business and friendship. Like we're not saying in friendship, but growing in business. It applies to both. So for me, I think the biggest part is how close we've gotten and just the growth. Like it's only been a year, but I feel like we've grown a lot
100%.
as individuals and as a group. Duo.
As a duo, Sana, I agree. I think a lot of it for me has to do with learning, like how much you can learn in a friendship and really like how much friendship is important in your life, guys. Because even in this business, again, like we lean on each other a lot. Like there's a lot that's even in the friendship is being exposed as like, wow, like this friendship is actually really strong outside of what we're doing because we know the business part is strong. Period. 100K. You saw. Anyways, but we know that part is strong, but also seeing how it's also strengthening the friendship and how much we're able to learn even more about each other, like you were saying. I think that's where I was like, you know what, period. We're doing the right thing. We're on the right path. I love this one.
And it's been so great. And may it continue.
May it continue. And what's one piece of advice you would give to our bwssties watching if they are considering working with their friend, what advice would you give them?
First things first, watch this episode.
Yeah.
I feel like we were spitting and we gave
Share
a
this
lot
episode
of advice
to that friend.
To that friend. And also, I want to say, don't let the business idea die. Like, if you wanted to do it with a friend, great. You can still do the business, but maybe get someone else to do it with you. Maybe try exploring doing it by yourself, whatever it may be. The whole idea doesn't have to die altogether. You can still pursue the business, but maybe it's just not that friend. So that's the first thing. But also, I think the other thing is that just always work from a place of passion. Like, you want to do this. It's something you are, I'm hoping, passionate about. So I feel like when you do something from that place, naturally all things will work out and naturally you will approach it the right way. So don't do it too much for the money or do it so much for what people are going to say and all of that. Do it for you and your passion and why you want to do it, and everything else will fall in place. Bundled up with this episode.
Yes, bundle up, guys. Share this episode to a friend near you.
Yeah.
But for me, genuinely, it would be to be very intentional and be very selective with the friends that you choose to do business with in general. That's not just podcasting. Any business you get into, be very selective, be very intentional. Know why you're picking this person and know that you guys are compatible enough to go the long haul. Because again, we're not starting businesses to stop them in the next year. We want to keep them going, keep them flowing. So definitely, I would say, make sure that it is someone that you are equally yoked with. The same way you're picking a husband, you want to be equally yoked with him. Be equally yoked with the friend that you choose for business. Make it someone that you trust. Make it someone who, again, like we're saying, also will be able to make that decision to say, I'm willing to put the friendship over this business. My business, if it means you can keep the friendship. Because I also don't think money and that stuff should come over the relationship that we have. So make sure that you are going with that same mindset to say, this is what we're trying to do, but it should not be the downfall of our friendship.
1000%.
It should not come at the cost of our friendship.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. But guys, let us know your thoughts and your takes in the comments. If you've ever worked with a friend, please let us know your experience in the comments. We would love to read what you guys are going through.
Maybe dilemma.
Maybe dilemma. And if you have any dilemmas about that, you can send. You can absolutely send. But let us know what you guys think down below. Anyways, guys, we are going to get into a cute little quickie segment. We asked you guys on our Instagram, Uguti, how did you guys become bwessties? This is essentially for our 100K, just to show some love to you guys, because you guys were showing us so much love. We had to just be like, where did you guys actually find us? So this is the Tell Us How You Became a Bwestie segment. I'm going to start, okay? Cool. And we're going to read out the names of the people who send them to us. We hope you guys don't mind, because like we love you guys loads.
Come on, it's a good thing.
And it's a shout outs, you get what I'm saying? So Senamile Dube says, I was scrolling on TikTok and I've never used my podcast app before, but now we are bwesties.
I love that.
So
many people do say that. So that podcast app was dead to me, but now it's alive.
This is what I love to see. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, a check maybe? No? Okay, period.
Just like Pumi_CC said, always been a fan of Lanzi. Oh, love you so much. Kama kiyange, son. Always been a fan of Lanzi, and from the first episode, I was hooked. Keep up the good work, Bafaz. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you, love.
Lanzi will be back, I promise.
Kama Gang will be back in action. Okay, Boy_3Ys or 4Ys maybe. Yeah. Anyways, my friends recommended your podcast to me, and I've never looked back since.
Shout out to
Period, Boy-T.
Friendships are good things.
Exactly. Do you see? They're friends, Zona.
XX_Slee_. Very interesting handle, Queen. I heard Lanzi's voice on a TikTok snippet, and I had to know what she does. I love that.
She speaks.
God gifted me with this unique voice, and I had to use it.
Yes, show me. Period.
Thank you.
This one is Liz Wongs. Liz Wongs.
Yes,
okay. My colleague Clayton made me a bwestie. Clayton!
Shout out to Clayton.
One thing about
our
you.
Our
biggest bwestie.
We love you so much.
Love you loads. Clayton, one thing about Clayton. He's putting someone onto this podcast. And I love it.
I love him, please. Iviwe with 3 E's.m. Became a bwestie because of Lanzo. Lanzo's doing something today. Became a bwestie because of Lanzo. I followed her since high school from 2017 till now. You're an OG.
She's an OG.
I love you so much. Thank you for sticking beside me still. And growing with me.
And growing, guys, because we're going to higher heights even. So stick around. You'll still be there. This one is Sesona_Mnamata. Okay. I started watching Zama in 2018 on YouTube, fell in love, and I've never left her side. Mwah, sweetheart, love you loads for sticking beside me.
_Akwande Zwite. Constructive conversations, health, girlhood endorsements. Felt like I was catching up with my girl. I loved it. And that's what we want.
Love. Next one is Rita.shb says, I was at a salon to cut my hair and they had you on screen. So one of the dynamics and your advice stuck with me. I was a fan ever since.
Oh, I love that.
I love
and
that.
shout out to that salon.
Yes, shout out. And shout out to all the hairstylists and the lash techs and whoever who actually play us in their salons, because I know for a fact there are a lot who do that, and I appreciate it down.
So much. Thank you, guys. This handle's killing me. Sugu_day.
Sugu day, yes.
You know what? Period. I fell in love with these radiant, young, hot ladies.
Aww.
And you guys were not just hot, but smart.
I love. That's so
I love
sweet.
it so much.
Aya.photo said, I saw a TikTok clip that said Pushega and I became a bestie.
And that was me. It's like Pushega, boy.
Pushega. And it ain't a lie, I fear.
I hope you're Pushega, lani khona.
Yeah, bo.
This one was Banyana Main, I think. I was a Zambane and a Kamakang. So it only made sense to be a Zamba gang.
Zamba gang, please. But I love it.
I love that. Zamba gang, stand
and
up,
it's the Zamba gang, it seems. Bebe Khopane says, my friend kept saying, you're Dove, and told me to watch your podcast if I want to learn the lingo. Your friend is so real, because when they ask us what the lingo is, if you don't watch it, if you don't get it, forget about it. If you don't watch, forget about it.
She said, I'm not going to explain it to you. Watch.
I'm your Boogily podcast.
I love that. You're a real one.
She's so real. And thank you again to you guys. We love you guys so much and appreciate you guys wherever you guys found us from. In fact, let us know in the comments, where did you guys find us? You guys are watching us on YouTube.
Let us know.
Where did you come across us? Have you been here since day one? What are the vibes? So anyways, we are going to get straight into our dilemmas. If you guys don't already know, you can send us your dilemmas to bwssdilemmas@gmail.com. That's bwssdilemmas@gmail.com. Let's get into the first one. I recently started a new job and my manager wasn't just my boss. She's also my future sister-in-law because my brother is engaged to her. Before I even joined the company, we'd grab coffee together and she'd give me career advice, and she told me to think of her office as a safe space. A few months into the job, I started feeling underpaid and like my career wasn't moving forward. I vented to a few co-workers and I quietly started applying for other jobs. I never told my manager because I didn't want to make things awkward if nothing came of it. Well, here's where everything fell apart. The recruiter from one of the companies I interviewed with happened to know my manager personally. While chatting, they mentioned they'd interviewed me and that I'd said I was looking to leave because I felt underpaid, undervalued, and unhappy at my current company. My manager was furious, not just because I was looking elsewhere, but because she feels I've embarrassed her. Since then, she stopped including me in major projects, barely speaks to me unless it's necessary, and the relationship we had is completely gone. Now things are awkward outside of work too. Family dinners are tense, my brother is caught in the middle, and my manager says if I'd be honest with her from the start, she would have fought for a salary increase instead of finding out through someone else. Was I wrong for keeping my job search a secret, or is she letting out our personal relationship affect how she's treating me at work? I think you were wrong to a certain extent because I think it seems you had no conversation with her. And I understand where you've had the conversation, then you're looking. Having no conversation and looking, and she's your family, to me doesn't make sense. So I get where she's upset about it. And I get why she feels kind of blindsided because you did blindside her. And the thing is, with these things, they will always come out. And now the way that it's come out is in an ugly way. Is she wrong for excluding you and making it personal? Yes. But by nature of your guys' relationship, she was always going to make it personal. Does that make it right? No, because she should be professional because you guys are at work. But the thing is with you guys, the lines are already blurred because you have a relationship outside of work.
Of this, I agree. I think the first mistake was you assuming that maybe she wouldn't hear you out or fight for you. So I think that's maybe something you need to learn moving forward, is have the uncomfortable conversation and see how that goes and then react according to that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But now that you're in the situation where she's leaving you out of projects and stuff, I think it's time again to maybe have a conversation with her and say, now I'm noticing, or just say, hey, I understand that I didn't come to you first and have the conversation. I apologize for that. I acknowledge that. But now the way you handling it afterwards, I feel punished for that. And I don't like that. So I'm letting you know now so that moving forward, either you include me or whatever, I'm just letting you know that it's not making me feel good and I can't work well. And that's it. I think the key here is just communicate with her. Don't worry about her reaction and all of that, because you guys are ideally in each other's lives forever.
I agree with everything you said.
And you.
Free sweet queen.
Second dilemma. Hi Zama, your Europe content 8. And Lanzi, I hope you're keeping well, my darling. I am queen.
Aww.
I am you guys' biggest fan from Kenya. Oh, and you guys know I love me a Kenya. If I were to start writing your praises here, we never get to the dilemma. That's so real.
I love that.
Just know that the girlies appreciate your work. God bless you. Thank you. Now I've been friends with this girl since first year in varsity. We finished school in last year, January, and our communication dwindled after that. I've never denied the fact that I'm a high maintenance friend, period. Not that I'll need your time and presence 24/7, but a call here and there, a check-in here and there, a date, a gift. That is my kind of vibe. For her, yes, she is a good friend when things are good, but once life starts laughing, she will forget you. So I'm assuming she's asking, what should she do?
And you know, I was on such a high after you. I was going to say I was on such a high from her intro, son.
And now I hate that. She recently got engaged, so she's in the process of planning her wedding. Hectic stuff, I understand. But she completely stopped checking in and her replies to texts are half-hearted and sporadic. I have been having a tough year and not once has she checked in on me, and yet she knows that things aren't necessarily going well for me. I learned through a mutual friend that she has moved to the same city I'm in. Being a high maintenance friend who, by the way, gave her a listening ear through her most trying times when we were still very close, I'm hurt that she didn't even tell me we are now in the same city. I recently started a girls' trip curated business, and my trip will be in August this year. The trip will fall on the same date as her wedding day.
What are the odds of that?
I feel bad that I won't be able to go, despite us not being close anymore. I would have loved to be there for her for all time's sake. I don't know whether to go to the wedding and fly to the trip destination after the wedding, or to just take care of my business and miss the wedding completely. Send help, MAFS.
I'll be honest, I ain't going to that wedding.
I wouldn't go to the wedding.
I don't even know we live in the same city. Why the hell am I going to the wedding?
Do you expect me to go to the wedding?
Go to the wedding?
I didn't know you moved to the same city. You haven't been there for me for the longest time. So why am I coming to the wedding?
I'm actually not going to that wedding.
And you probably found Johnny sent the wedding invitation to say...
As a courtesy, I wouldn't go to the wedding. Put that business first. That girl's trip, go on it. I don't want to lie to you. I would honestly put me first, because also it's the way that the friendship seems like it's panning out right now, it seems kind of like you're using logic from when you guys were close. You guys are not close right now. So there's no need to put your things on hold, your business thing that you've planned on hold to go and be supportive and go and support her at her wedding.
Especially because she wouldn't do that for you.
100%. So I think you need to take it for what it is right now and go on that trip.
Yeah, and enjoy. If she feels a way about it, she'll let you know. And then when that conversation happens, you tell her how you reached that decision.
Yeah, she set the precedent by saying nothing when she moved to your city.
Exactly.
So match her energy is my child.
Go on that trip and enjoy.
Yes, and go make your money more than anything else.
Yes.
Go and make your racks. Why should you miss out on money to go into this person who doesn't care about you?
Nah.
All of the best. Anyways, last one. Hey besties, I need your advice because this whole situation has me confused. There's a guy at work that I really like. We've always had a great working relationship, and he's genuinely one of the sweetest people in the office. A few weeks ago, I went on a work trip out of the province. One evening, he invited me to his hotel room where he was hanging out with a few of his work friends. We all had a good time, and when I decided to leave for my room, he walked me back. Before we said goodbye, he suddenly brought up the vibe between us and said he could tell I liked him. Then he gave me this long speech about how he has a child, that I'm a really good woman, and he doesn't want to hurt me. I kept asking him what he was actually trying to say, but honestly, by the end of the conversation, I still had no idea whether he was rejecting me, interested in me, or just confusing me. When we got back to work, things got even stranger. A colleague told me that he'd asked them to tell me he doesn't like me and that I'm not his type. I thought that was weird, because if that's how he felt, why not just tell me himself? I never confronted him about it. I simply accepted it and kept my distance. The confusing part is that ever since then, he's the one constantly trying to get my attention. It got to a point where I finally texted him and said, I'm a nice person. If you have something to say to me, please say it to me instead of going through the corners. She didn't say that, but you get what I'm saying. His response, he said he had no idea what I was talking about. At that point, I was emotionally exhausted, so I left the conversation there. Now work is still awkward. I still like him, but I don't know whether he's playing games, trying to keep me as an option, or if there was just a huge misunderstanding somewhere. Every interaction between us feels uncomfortable, and our co-workers have started noticing the tension. But Fazi, what should I do? Should I ask him to have an honest conversation face to face so we can clear the air all at once and for all?
That is so weird. Just might I say.
It's
Why
so
is he living like
strange.
that? Like,
It's like,
here's my thing. My theory, rather, is that he probably does like you, but he's also maybe not trying to date you because you guys work together, but he's struggling to communicate it clearly.
Yeah.
So he's trying to appease both sides. He's not being direct, and now it's coming out as this big ball of confusion. But I feel like if he liked you enough, he would have handled it well and better communicated well. So I don't even think we should need to entertain you guys ever being a thing, because I already don't like how he's approaching the situation, and the fact that he's saying one thing, I don't like her, but then you're saying you like me, but I like a man who stands
on
his ground.
yeah,
and stands
100%.
on stand on business to say we are turned, but I get that because it's a work environment, you don't want to be completely open about it, but it's the way you handle it.
Yeah, and maybe he doesn't want to be open to his colleagues. I say this all the time, stop dating at work. So you just don't need to be with that guy. Like, that is what I feel, because already there's now tensions that are creeping into your working relationship, and now your colleagues are picking up. Do you see that? That's weird.
So good.
I think you should leave it, and if you have to have a conversation about it now, since you guys already have this weird stuff going on between you, be like, hey, this is what I heard, but listen, ngishap nge vibe. Like, let's go back to the professional stuff, because this weird stuff is now also infiltrating the working relationship with other people. So let's put this one to bed and focus on umsebenzi, the thing we're getting paid for. We're not getting paid to have weird vibes at work.
Yes.
You're telling your friends, I'm telling, that's all for the birds, because like what we're here to do is work. So let's focus on that.
I completely agree. And if you want to have the conversation, you have to initiate it, because clearly he won't.
Yeah, I think she should initiate it.
So she must initiate it, just so that working can be working, and we address the elephant in the room and we keep it pushing.
I agree.
Thank you guys for sending through your dilemmas. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, your advice that you would give as well. We're going to move into Musings. This is where we tell you guys what we're listening to, what the bwssties are listening to. We have a playlist on Spotify as well as Apple. What are you bumping, Zix?
So this week I am bumping Kelani, old school Kelani. Well, not old school, I mean it's 2020, but I'm bumping old Kelani. I was listening to it was good until it wasn't.
Oh,
the songs I
best album.
I was gonna say I love every song on the album, but the songs I'm listening to the most: Change Your Life, Kelani featuring Jenny Aiko. Love.
Let me change your
Show me
life.
Sensational,
What a good
Toxic,
song.
my jam. Hate the Club featuring Masego, my jam. That album is a work of art, and if you haven't already listened to it, Made me a fool for you, Sana.
And
I hate the club because I know you'd be there. That's the thing. Guys, she ate that so bad. Like,
I think
literally,
that's her best album. Like,
I
love this
agree.
song, but that one.
No. She ate overly. This one is a contender, though. I will be honest with you.
It's her top two, I'd say.
Yes, I agree.
Top two for sure.
Yeah.
On my end, the Bwissy suggestion, she's listening to Flow, the album Access All Areas, and I said, Queen. I love that album.
I saw that comment.
In me. Yeah, like everything in me. In 2024, the camera gags that were watching those vlogs know that album was here.
In your neck.
Love it so much. She didn't say her favorite, so I said, I'll say them. Say this to me. To be fair, I love literally every song on the album. I can't even act tough. But the highlight ones is Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. Love that song loads. And Soft. Sexy music.
Love.
And they're dropping an album, I think next month or in August. Not sure. The month, I don't know. But they're dropping an album this year, so we better look out for that. And mine, I'm in my hip hop era.
Okay.
YG dropped a single, and apparently he's preparing to drop an album. He dropped a single featuring Isaiah Foles, Ordeal, and Sasha Keeble.
Oh, that's
he went for
interesting.
the wholesome music people and put them on a hip hop song. And cuz that sandwich.
Really?
I don't want to lie to you. I've been bumping it, love it so low.
I need to get into it.
You'll love it, trust me.
I can't wait.
Send us through your musings, guys, please.
Yes, let us know what you guys are listening to. It doesn't have to be a new song, guys. It can be old school. Whatever it is that you're bumping this week, let us know in the comments. But guys, it is that time where what? We have to do a little celebration to end it all.
You know what it is.
Thought we were ending the episode, I know. But guys, it is time for us to do a little something.
Time for Ikeke.
Oh my God. This one is for us. Yes, Paul. All right, guys, a KK for our KKs. Who are you guys? Our Bwissties. Lance, I'm going to start with you, Queen. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of us. The strides we've made, showing up even when we didn't want to do it, showing up when we really were not in the mood to do it. We weren't physically able to do it, but we did it because we were like, you know what? Our goals are bigger and we need to reach them. And we reached them.
give up.
As your mom said, the sky is not even the limit.
She ate that.
She ate that. It's not even the sky, it's the moon.
I love that. ZX, thank you, Queen. First of all, thank you for even starting this whole thing with me. And loving it as much as I love it. Thank you for holding us down, especially when I wasn't here, keeping this train moving. Thank you for always motivating us, keeping us accountable, all your creativity. And Jay, I'm so happy that we're doing this together.
Same. Like, what a blessing to do this insane thing with my best friend.
And getting all these milestones.
Oh, God is good. Yes, and shout out to God because this is the work of his hands.
Yes.
He had already ordained this for us. Exactly.
First of all.
He already had this in his plans, and I appreciate him for that. He ate that, okay?
And of
period.
Course, the bwssties.
Of course. You guys are the reason we do this. You guys are the wind beneath our wings for real. The encouragement you guys continue to give us, you guys continually sharing, commenting, just always in reminding us that we are actually doing something impactful is just honestly all the motivation we need to keep going. We will see you guys when we get to 1 million because kulapho siyakhona.
That is where we are going.
It's the million, okay?
Everything is possible. You've showed us that these things are possible.
100%. And we'll keep going as long as you guys keep going.
Hello.
1 million is ophumaguni, as you know.
As you know. Zama will keep reminding you.
1 million is ophumaguni, babazi. So, with that being said, our other thing died.
But it's okay.
Let's blow one.
The bwssties were blowing this
Exactly, the bwssties blown out the middle one, Tina. 1, not 0, son. 1, 2, 3. Happy 100K! And with that, you guys, we will see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye.